What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to Mundo Sporto. Today we're going to be having a look at Chelsea taking on Spurs in, I suppose, the battle of the title contenders. Who's going to give the Reds a run this season? Let's have a little look-see today and see how we get on. Should be a good game, this one, folks. Let's see if there are real title challengers in store here. Look, it's good to look at this because it's not too often I get to look at Chelsea and Spurs games from a non, I suppose, LFC perspective. And this is going to give me time to look at these in, I suppose, a pretty nitpicky kind of way. I'm just genuinely intrigued to see if there's title challengers here to take on the Reds, folks. Yes, I'm late again, mate, but you know what? I'll be late when I want to be late because I have a family life. And I'm not here to run around, Hassan, to come on after you, folks. I'm here to come on and watch football and enjoy myself, not to be bitched and moaned at, Hassan. So, again, buddy, I am a little bit late, but I am a human being with a family life. And I certainly ain't paid to be here, buddy. So, you know, be a bit more calm, man. I'll be here. I'll always be here for the game times. We can't let Spurs win. Good afternoon, John. How are you, mate? Pete Samper said, come on, Chelsea. From a Liverpool fan. Don't want Spurs to go top on points. Well, look, mate. To be honest with you, whoever wins this game is going top. Even a draw. There's no way we can end it today on top of the table. So, whether Chelsea win and go top, whether Spurs win or draw and go top, somebody's going top ahead of us today. So, let's have a little look-see poo and see what we can... let's have a little look-see poo and see what we can come up with today. What's up? I'm a United fan. I like what you're doing. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you being in. That's very kind of you. Look, Spurs win or draw. It's a difficult one. Look, let's have a look at the starting 11s for today, folks, before we kick off. So Spurs have Chelsea have Monty in goal, James at right back, Zuma, Thiago Silva, and Ben Chilwell. That's a decent enough defence. Kovacic, Conte, and Mount, and then Ziyech, Abraham, and Werner. So again, it's a pretty strong 11 there from Frank Lampard, you've got to say. Looking at the Spurs team, Lloris, Aurier, Rondon, Dyer, Reguilon, Sissoko, Højbjerg, Bergwijn, and Ndombele, Son and Kane. Then on the bench, of course, you've got Bale as well. Giovanni Lo Celso, Lucas Moura. Then from the Chelsea perspective, Pulisic, Jorginho, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Havertz. So it's talented benches all around as well. Should be an interesting, intriguing game today. And I don't know, 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw is what I've been going with all week, folks. So, again, I'm probably going to stick with that. Let me just move this screen a little bit back away from me. Yeah, I'm going to go to 2-2 draw today, folks. Aryan, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Can I make the camera a bit bright? Absolutely. 1 second. 1 sec. There you go. That better? Are we good? It was a bit dull, mate, you're right. And again, we've different settings for different channels, so always happy to have a little mess around if anybody thinks there's anything I can fix up. Is that alright? Is that a bit better? Am I worried about United? Of course I'm not worried about United. They're shy. What have I got to be worried about with United? This makes me laugh. United get a good win. Fair play to them coming back from 2-0 down. I won't be grudging their win today, but no, I'm not worried about them. The United won't last the pace this season. I'd be amazed if they do it. I've said all along, if they can get themselves a Champions League place this year, that's a pretty good season for United. They won't be challenging for the title, in my humble opinion. I think it's going to be between us and Manchester City and one of these two teams, perhaps. What have we got? Zach, I was about to go on a half-time, mate, and start mocking United at 2-0 down, but I thought, do you know what? They are actually capable of a comeback, so I stayed away from it, mate, and thank God I did. Hassan, it's alright, mate. But I do have a life, buddy. You know, I understand where you're coming from as well. If I say I should be on here at 1:15 or 10 past, I should be. But, you know, as always, mate, it is a Sunday. It is my family home. And I do have to get stuff done. But I understand where you're coming from as well, mate. What else we got? Again, you weren't being rude, Hassan. If anything, mate, I was probably being rude. So, look, don't worry about it, buddy. We'll throw it in the past and we'll move on. I hope you're having a nice day, by the way, my friend. What do I think of Serginho Dest? Not enough to give an opinion. I don't know enough about the guy to give an opinion, to be honest with you. Look, I've got to be honest. I've said this time and time again. I don't know every single footballer that's playing in Europe or that's playing in every league, but I'm happy to be drawn or given pointed in the right direction towards someone that's worth a look at. What's up, Craigie? Your reaction to the stupid claims the Liverpool team has run its course? It's just ridiculous, man. If people can't see what a good job Klopp and this Liverpool team are doing with the amount of injuries and setbacks that we've had, I don't know what to say. Like, we're on our bare bones with regards to starting lineups and stuff, and we're still there or thereabouts. So when we get Hendo fully fit and going, when we get Thiago back, when we get Oxlade-Chamberlain back, when we get Trent back, we're going to be a different team. So, hang in there and just keep grinding out results as much as we can, I suppose. And hopefully that starts on Tuesday. Liverpool aren't struggling, Benjamin. How do people think Liverpool are struggling? I'm baffled by this. Last season and the season before was an absolute anomaly. And Manchester City and Liverpool to get the points they did, particularly City over the year before, was incredible. This is looking like more of a normal season now. And the standard set by Liverpool and Manchester City was so high that became the norm for a few seasons. And it isn't the norm. And a team to play the way that they did, both clubs, and giving both of them credit here over the course of a few seasons, was phenomenal. So, look, we may get back to a more normal season with regards to what points tally takes to win a league, and it may be more competitive, but I'm not going to say that Liverpool are struggling. Far from it. We're right up there at the top of the table. I think it's actually, you can nitpick on a couple of team selections, I get that, but I don't think we're struggling, mate. I think we've just had a very difficult start for a few reasons, whether it be injuries, whether it be fixtures, whether it be early kickoffs after European away, whether it be some VAR decisions we do or don't agree with. I don't think we're struggling. They forgot United won a league with like 71 points. Exactly. It's crazy. It's the standards that have been set by Liverpool and Manchester City over the past few years have just been ridiculous. I've never seen them in my lifetime. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably not seen them in your lifetime either, and this is getting back to somewhat of a normal season. I reckon there's a chance for Milner and Keita next Sunday because Klopp didn't say they would be out. Well, he did say Keita would be out, didn't he? No, he said Oxlade-Chamberlain would be out and Thiago will be out. So, yeah, maybe. I don't know what to think anymore about starting 11s, mate. I'm more worried about getting through Tuesday first and seeing who we have available after that. We've got 5 minutes to go to kick off here today, folks, so please do keep your score predictions coming in. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw today. Should be an entertaining game. Spurs is a really hard few games. Yes, they do. They've got this game, then they've got the North London Derby coming up next weekend as well. Thiago's not going to start against Wolves or Ajax. Yep, I know. I did say that. Ishmael and Kloppo did say that as well. Who's my favourite player? Bobby Firmino. Obviously. It's got to be Bobby, surely. Right, folks, give me your predictions for this one. Do I think Liverpool need to start finding new defence? We can't do Atman until January, so we were never going to be able to do Atman until January. So, once we got those injuries to Oxlade-Chamberlain, to Van Dijk, Oxlade-Chamberlain in the summer, to Van Dijk, to Gomez, we were always going to have to go out and try and get a centre back in. And we know that Matip can only play, maximum, I suppose, let's say, 2 games in a 10-day period, maybe even 2 games in a little bit longer than that. We can't really rely on him for the rigours of the season, so you're going to be looking at bringing in Nat Phillips to play. You're going to give Reece Williams a chance. The common sense thing to do would be to go out and get a player in the window. 1-0 to Chelsea, Ishmael's going for. Again, folks, please do, if you haven't subscribed yet, do hit the button, by the way, before the match kicks off. And don't forget about Anfield Agenda's Clips account as well. What else have we got? 3-3 draw is what Mark's going for. ORSH14's going for a Chelsea 1, Spurs 1. And Ewan thinks it'll be 3-2 the other way. Nice. Good result in the game would be not available. Yeah, exactly. Whatever happens here today, one of these two sides are going top of the Premier League. So, all I can say is, as somebody else said, Spurs have a tricky enough run of fixtures coming up. We've already beaten Chelsea away. So, I don't know. I think too many people are writing Liverpool off far too early this season, and I'm hoping that when we get to the latter part of the season, we have a smug look on our face. But you know what? I've always said, if Spurs, Chelsea, whoever else go on to win the league, I'll be the first one to congratulate them. I sincerely will. But my honest belief is that Liverpool will be fighting for the title right till the end. Do I think Minamino's good enough? Benjamin, do you just ask negative questions, mate? I'm not going to answer your questions anymore because I'm quite frankly bored of the negativity of them, mate. Everything you say is, do you think, why are we falling apart? Do you think this player is good enough? Should we get rid of this player? Do we have to buy this player? Are you worried about United? Do you never have anything positive to say, buddy? I'll answer your next question if it's a positive one, mate. No matter what, Kane will claim all the goals. Yeah, he will, mate. He'll probably get a few penalties as well along the way. Brian's going for a Desmond as well, same. Brilliant win for Waterford yesterday. Yes, brilliant second half comeback. I actually know what you're on about for once, Brian. Yeah, I think they even had three points to spare in the end, didn't they? Great comeback over Kilkenny. 9 points down, I believe, at one point in the first half, Brian. 9 or 7, actually. Carl's gone for a 4-1 win for Chelsea today. Wow. Killian, how are you, mate? Yeah, yes, Liam, I did, mate, but the channel hasn't grown at all, Liam, since the last time we had a conversation, mate. I'm talking about when we hit 4 or 5,000 subs, buddy, not every week. When we hit 4 or 5,000 subs, mate, come back to me. As I said, the channel's not busy at all. I could deal with this chat on my own, to be honest with you. Gonna be a great season. Closer fights will have to hold her on till the end. I think we will. So do I, Ewan. I think we will as well. Right, folks, sit back. I'll try and take you through the game as always, as best I can. Let me know how you think when we go along, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a bit of fun along the way, and let's see what happens in this one. It should be a good game, to be fair. I mean, I don't give a shit who wins it because it doesn't make any difference to me in the long run. Yeah, let's just wait and see what happens. I'm intrigued. Genuinely, I'm intrigued to see if Spurs can carry on this momentum, or if Chelsea will really step up today and show that they are genuine title contenders this season. Family's good, thanks, Killian. I'm good, Danny Dog. Yeah, always good. Scotty, hello to you as well, buddy. Gatto, I think so as well. How are you, Daniel? Lovely to see you. Right, players are just getting around the centre circle now, folks. I think there will be, of course, a minute's silence, and then the players will take a knee, and then we'll get going. So look, sit back, relax, enjoy your Sunday afternoon, and we'll have a bit of fun along the way. Again, if you are new to the channel, folks, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the L video as well. Ivor's gone 3-1 to Spurs. Interesting. It's a tough one to call this. It really is. Oliver, I'm really good, thank you, buddy. Will Genie go? Goddo, I hope not, but it's looking like there's a bit of an impasse there at the moment, mate, with regards to his contractual situation. So I hope not, but if I was a betting man, which I am, I probably think he'll head off at the end of the season. It will be tough though, because I really like Genie. I'm sure you guys do as well. Do you think Bobby has his confidence back? I don't know if Bobby will ever lose that confidence, really. He seems to have... You have to have tremendous self-belief to get to the level that these lads have gotten to. I don't know. I hope so. I hope he comes back to his best, but maybe... Look, he's my favourite player, and even I'm admitting that. Is he getting to the point of his career where he'll start to wane a little bit? I don't know. I hope to be proven wrong. You like that comeback? Fair play. Josh, as I said, I'd give credit where it's due. United were 2-0 down. They won the game 3-2. And they won it fairly, and they won it with some good centre-forward play from Cavani. I'll give credit where it's due, mate. It was a good comeback for United, and they're capable of it. What else would I say? I'm not an idiot. I give credit where it is due. And United, even at 2-0 down, I said to Connor at half-time, they'll still get something out of this. I have a feeling they will. So, yeah, credit. Right, Chelsea playing from right to left in the first half. Let's see how this one gets on. And keeper score predictions coming in, of course. Right, here we go. Right, we're underway the bridge. Of course, I forgot to bring the clock down, didn't I? Let me just move that clock down. Sorry, folks. That's my bad. Let me just move that clock down a little bit. 1 second, folks. I'll sort this clock out for you. There we go. Whoops. Aurier has at the right back position now for Spurs. Sorry, I'm just fixing this clock. There we go. Right, here we go. Chelsea play a ball forward, but it's intercepted by the Spurs central defence. Now Spurs with Reguilon going to attack down this left-hand side. I actually seen somebody put his team of the season in and had Reguilon in there ahead of Andy Robertson and Bell Chilwell, which I found hilarious, to be honest. Again, ball back to Spurs central defence. Dyer has it. He carries it forward. Don't really rate Dyer as a central defender, if I'm being honest, folks. Hope it's a draw, said Joanne. Hopefully Bale plays at RSH 14. Well, he's on the bench, I believe, so you should see a few minutes of him. Throw in now Chelsea inside their own half left-hand side. I'm always not excited, but I always enjoy watching Son play. I like his attitude. I like the way he plays the game. And again, I gave massive credit to Harry Kane last week for his performance. He was fantastic against Manchester City. The way he's developed the centre-forward play to be able to come back and link up and play in Son and that. You got to give the guy credit. Right, Chelsea carrying it out from the back with Zuma. They pings it out left hand side towards Ben Chilwell. Timo Werner now. He spreads the ball out right hand side to Reece James. James gets his head up. Ball into the box. It's headed away by Dyer. James again. Strike. Decent strike that from Ziyech from distance. Didn't need to be asked twice, did he? That was a good, decent strike, to be fair. Right, Spurs go short with the goal kick. Eric Dyer. He pings the ball out right hand side looking for... Actually, I don't know who he's looking for. It's in between Son and Aurier, so I don't know who he was actually looking for. 4-1 to Spurs. That'll be an interesting game. We love Liverpool, said Demetrius. Indeed we do, buddy. Indeed we do, and welcome in. WFM, Linda. WFM to you, my friend. Right, Ben Chilwell here with the throw in left hand side. Little 1-2 with Kante. Kante now goes across the Kurt Zuma. Zuma carries the ball out. See, Chelsea are going to trigger the clause in Thiago Silva's contract to give him another year at the club. Frank Lampard spoke about being very impressed with what Thiago Silva has brought to his defence, so they're triggering the clause that's in his deal, so he'll be in the Premier League again next season with Chelsea. WFM, Scotty. Havertz now. Again, looking lively. Goes back. Early cross into the box. It's headed away by Aurier at the far post, but only as far as Timo Werner. Werner pulls it down now. Plays the ball, but it ricochets back to Ben Chilwell. He plays an awful ball in. It's cleared away by the Spurs defence. Aurier heads it forward. Zuma goes out right to Reece James. Imagine how frustrating it must have been for Tariq Lamptey at Chelsea. Very good player, but he had Reece James ahead of him. It's pretty unfortunate stuff, isn't it? No problem, Linda. Thank you for coming in. Carl thinks it's going to be an easy Chelsea win. I don't know, man. Spurs are good at soaking up some early pressure and going full on Mourinho and just, nicking from a counter-attack or a set piece. Again, it's been all Chelsea since we've started. But Spurs seem to be giving them possession in the middle third of the pitch and just happy to drop off until they come into the Spurs half, and then Harry Kane starts to press. There we go. Now we'll see the type of counter-attack I'm talking about. Ball down the line from Reguilon. Bergwijn. Zuma comes across. That was a bit of a weird scissors kick challenge. Zuma thinks it's his throw-in. Referee says no, throw into Spurs. Not wearing a Liverpool top? Me? No, mate, not for this. Don't wear Liverpool tops on Mundo Sporto, buddy. But still look odd. Okay, thank you. Still look odd. So I look odd all the time, mate. So it doesn't matter what I wear then, does it? Houlden now for Spurs. Højbjerg. He's been a good signing for Spurs, Højbjerg. Is a clever piece of business, that for Mourinho. Højbjerg now. Back to Houlden. To Serge Aurier. Pressure comes on from Werner. Back to Houlden again. Eric Dyer now. He goes diagonal. Aurier knocks it forward. Thiago Silva rolls it across to Kurt Zuma. I really find it fascinating to see the different styles of football at each Premier League club. So Liverpool, tend to play long diagonal balls, try and pin you back in, play in behind the spaces, press from the front. Manchester City try and outpass you and smother you to death. Chelsea, again, a team under Frank Lampard that seem to want to dominate possession. It's intriguing to see the different styles that each manager brings to the club. Where's my body? I know I'm camo, mate. You know what I mean? Full on hiding here. It's like I have a green screen on me, isn't it? Chilwell does well to keep that in play. He goes back. Conte. Ball back again. Right, folks, don't forget, keep hitting that subscribe button. Let's see if we can get to 250. Whoop, whoop. Thiago Silva Even saying Thiago Silva makes me sad because I'm having to say Thiago. Nice flick around the corner there from Timo Werner. Mount now down this left hand side. Cross deep to the back post. It's over everybody's head, but Reece James gets there. He floats in a second ball. Serge Aurier calmly just chests it back to Hugo Lloris. Good defending. It's weird seeing an impartial Craig. I know, it's weird being an impartial Craig, mate. Yeah, it's weird, Ricky. It's weird not having the same emotional responses or the same emotional feelings to everything that's going on in the game as well. Ziyech, ball into Tammy Abraham. Abraham tries to flick it back around the corner, but it's well defended by Eric Dyer. Reguilon now. He tries to launch a ball upfield. It's blocked down by Tammy Abraham. Again, Chelsea do well. Thiago Silva now. He's got Chilwell to his left if he wants him. Timo Werner. Ben Chilwell all the way back to Mondi. We need Thiago and Trent soon. Absolutely, pal. Absolutely. Out left hand side, Ben Chilwell now. He gets his head up. Ball up the line. Werner tries to bring it down. It's well defended by Houlden. Still Werner. Again, he has his pocket pinched. Son now. Here we go. Bergwijn. Chance for Spurs to get a counter. Reguilon's available on the left. Gives it to him. Kane and Son ahead of him. Ball behind. Harry Kane. Bergwijn. Strike. Oh, first clear-cut chance of the game there. That's what I'm talking about. Spurs soaking up pressure. Breaking quickly. And they have the players to be able to get in behind. And again, good counter-attacking play here. Bergwijn picks out the run of Reguilon. Reguilon then pulls it back to Harry Kane. Harry Kane has a look up. Little cushion pass into Bergwijn. Goes on the inside of Zuma, but can't keep a shot down. It's a goal kick to Chelsea. Again, he had a lot of margin for error there. If he had just pushed it a little bit wider of the keeper, that would have found the top corner. Love from Germany. How are you, Mighty George? Lovely to see you in, buddy. Can we do back-to-back? Of course we can. I'm very confident, buddy. And look, some people call me arrogant, but I really don't care. I believe in the group of players. I was getting worried there, RSH, when I see what you'd written in. I was saying, how dare you, mate? How dare you? The old goals all the way, buddy. Eric Dyer now. Højbjerg. He's got to be one of the most underrated or undervalued signings of the summer, actually, Højbjerg. It was a very, I know I spoke about it earlier on, but a very clever piece of business by Mourinho there. Family are all good. Arab FC, how are you, buddy? Great win for you guys yesterday. Smashing 5-0 victory over Burnley as well. A few teams I've always wanted out of the Premier League, mate, and Burnley's one of them. Just even watching them gives me a headache. Kane switches the ball out left-hand side now. Bergwijn. Cuts back in, strike again. Chelsea do well to get bodies in the way. Breaks back to Højbjerg. Who do I want to win? It really doesn't matter, mate. I mean, whoever wins or even a draw for Spurs here will put them on top of the table. So, if you're asking me who I'd rather be in a title race with, probably Spurs. I mean, I've probably got more respect for Spurs. Werner now, he's through. Great opportunity. 1-0. Referee flags up though. Nope, Werner's been flagged offside. It was a tidy finish by Werner. It will of course be reviewed by VAR. Let's have a look at it. Werner starts it, does well. It looks like it's offside, initial first impression, but I don't know anymore with VAR, folks. So, I mean, from the naked eye, it looked like he was about half a yard offside. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see what VAR, what way they draw their lines. You never know. They'll have to get out the old magic pixel or whatever it's called. Remember those jokes you used to have as a kid where you draw the lines? Yeah, it's been given offside. So no goal, still scoreless. But just a warning there for Spurs as well. Nothing keeps us joint top on points, mate. We'll be behind on goal difference no matter what. So we'll still be second, whatever way you want to look at it. Goal difference does count, so we still won't be top of the table no matter what happens here. was a good finish that from Werner, to be fair to him. Didn't have much of an angle to work with and found the far post, but he was offside, so we still go on at 0-0. I can't show the game, Matthew, mate. Unfortunately, the channel will be closed down for copyright. We've only just started it, buddy, so no, can't be doing that, unfortunately, mate. Don't care about personal opinions. In fact, Werner is the better player. Then who? Who are we talking about here? Who are we arguing about Werner with? I mean, I'm a Werner fan, mate. I've said it before. I don't like him going to Chelsea, obviously, but I wanted him at Liverpool, so I'm not going to mock the lad at all. I want to know who the conversation was about, though. No, buddy, I can't show the game. If I showed the game, the channel will be closed down, and I'm not doing that. Don't put in all these hours to have the channel closed down. No. Won't be showing the game. Sorry. I know. I get the frustration, but no, we won't be showing the game, folks. Spurs have it in the corner flag now. Referee said the ball went out of play. Sissoko carried it out. There'll be a throw in to Chelsea, back near their own corner flag. United fans in the chat, mate. I don't know who you're mocking with your glory United. I don't give a fuck. This is Chelsea versus Spurs game, mate. You can glory Man United to your heart's content. I couldn't give a shite. I gave congratulations on the win. Great turnaround at half time. What's this? Not a Liverpool fan? No idea what that means again. Thank you very much, Zohaib. Really appreciate the kind words. Opinions on Alaba going to Chelsea? Don't care, Tanis. I don't mean that to be rude. I'm only interested in players that may be coming to Liverpool. If David Alaba goes to Chelsea, which I don't think he will, I know that his agent, Pino Xavi, have said that they're willing to open negotiations with Chelsea in January, but he wants to move to Spain, so if he goes to Chelsea or anywhere else, it'll be because he can't get the move he wants to get. Ball into the box, cleared away by Thiago Silva. Good defending that. Comparing Werner to Jota, it's not really fair to compare them because they're different styles of players, to be fair. And they're both excellent footballers. Werner and Jota, like, I don't know, people are entitled to their own opinions on who's better, and I don't really get into the who's better than who stuff, but I will say they're both excellent footballers, both excellent young footballers as well. And you'd want either of them in and around your squad, so I'm not going to belittle either of them. Ball in, cleared by Tammy Abraham. Swing and a miss from Sissoko. Serge Aurier comes in then, he has a swing and a miss. Little 1-2. Serge Aurier. Oh, that's a good stop from Mondi. That was a nice strike from Aurier, edge of the box. Mondi did well to get behind it and get two strong hands to it. Good strike, good save from the keeper, and we're still scoreless here at the bridge. Yeah, no, Cavani's absolutely not better than Jota. That is an embarrassment, mate. Cavani has had a wonderful career and is a top-class centre-forward, but just because he scored a couple of goals today, like, relax there. Don't be getting ahead of yourself. Ball out right-hand side. Aurier again on the overlap. Inside to Son. Son, now back to Serge Aurier. Aurier. Son. Ball back now. Sissoko. Inside to Højbjerg. Back wide right to Serge Aurier. Lovely ball in between the lines. Højbjerg. Flicked around the corner. Well defended by N'Golo Kanté. Ndombele now. Edge of the box. Pulls it back for Harry Kane. Kane goes out wide right to Son. Spurs starting to come back into it now after that good start from Chelsea. Aurier runs the ball out of play. That'll be a Chelsea throw-in. Yeah, Mondi looks like a decent keeper, to be fair, mate. He really does. That was a good stop. He has impressed me when I've seen him, to be honest with you. He looks like a decent keeper. United are winning the league. If you genuinely believe that in your heart of hearts, mate, then I feel sorry for you because you were in for a whole world of disappointment. We couldn't even beat Brighton. That's not the way football works, mate. We beat Barcelona. Does that mean that, Barcelona can't beat Brighton? I mean, that's not the way football works, bitch. Do you know what I mean? So relax with your shitty opinions. United ain't winning fuck all this season with regards to the major trophies. They might win an FA Cup or something, but if you honestly think United are going to win the league, mate, I'll tell you what we can both do. I'll put €500 into an account. You can put €500 into an account, and then at the end of the season we'll settle up. Does that sound like a plan? Because I guarantee it, you haven't got the balls to put your money where your mouth is. as do any of these United fans that are giving it all this. Nobody will back that up with money because they know they're full of shit. But say whatever you want. Whatever makes you sleep at night, buddy. Whatever makes you feel better. You knock yourself out. I don't know, Benjamin. We could have, mate. Yeah, I mean, I think the plan was to sign Werner, but, you know, we couldn't afford him at the time, and it's a fair point, Benjamin. Power play. So I'm a Man United fan. I'd be happy with top four. I think that's a realistic thing to say, mate. Um, you lost 7-2 to Villa. Shameless. Yes, mate, we did. We lost 7-2 to Villa. Absolutely. We lost one game of football this season in the league, mate. One. You haven't. How many of you won at home in the league this season, mate? Where are you in the league this season? Are you ahead of us in the league this season? Oh, no, you're not. So shut the fuck up. Honestly, as I said, where's your 500 quid? You won't put it down on the table because you know you're full of shit. Now shut the fuck up and let me talk about the game. Chilwell. There's a load of decent United fans. And as that gentleman was saying a minute ago there, I think United can make a push for Champions League. And I agree with that United fan that says that's probably the height of where they can get this season. They're in transition right now and they're still building. I know that sounds funny with them spending £1 billion now, but look, I give teams credit where it's due. And I am a realist. And I can absolutely understand why people may think Chelsea or Spurs will be in a title race. I can understand people think Manchester City be in the title race. I can understand people thinking United going for Champions League place. But let's not be stupid and think that they're going to win the league. And again, one result has absolutely no relevance on another result. It's just an embarrassing thing to say that, oh, you only drew at Brighton. And? What's your point? It makes no fucking sense. I'm not salty, mate. I'm just don't take bullshit off people. Do you know? Maybe you're not used to a YouTuber that actually has a parabolics, mate, but I say what I think and I call people out when I hear bullshit. It's not salty. Was it salty when I said fair play to United for winning 3-2? Was it salty when I said that Chelsea or Spurs could make a challenge for the title? No. Just because you don't like me hearing something I say doesn't make it salty, mate. It just means that I'm surrounded by fucking idiots with ridiculous opinions and I have to give them an education. It's my job to educate these idiots about football when they don't know what they're talking about. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do. Uncle Craig's here to educate the masses on why their opinions are so wrong. And it's okay, man. You can thank me later. You can thank me when you have a greater understanding of the game. It's alright, man. That's what I'm here to do. Nothing but love. Am I worried about our away form? No, I'm not worried about anything other than the injuries. The injuries are the only thing that's worrying me with this Liverpool squad. Thiago Silva. This ain't one of your regular YouTube channels where you tune in and the presenter just talks for the entire time. If I see nonsense, I'm calling it out. It's as simple as that. If you don't like it, fuck off. There you go. It's not too hard to figure out. You're welcome, Jack. N'Golo Kante, ball in behind. Sissoko, Aurier. Sissoko, offside flags up though, referee brings it back for a free. 20 minutes gone at the bridge. Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. It's been a decent game, to be honest with you. Some goalmouth action on both ends. Werner had a goal ruled out for offside. And Spurs had a couple of opportunities. Serge Aurier making a good, or having a good strike, forcing a good save, I should say, from Mondi. No word, Shay, on when Thiago's back, unfortunately, mate. All Kloppo did say is that he won't be back by the Wolves game next weekend, unfortunately. Would I get rid of VAR? I think it'll always stay. I think Benjamin in some form, mate, but I think there's a couple of things that need to be looked at. The offside needs to be looked at. The handball rule and the goalkeeping situation with regards to penalties needs to be looked at for me. But I think it'll remain in some form. Bergvin now on the attack for Spurs, goes out wide left. Harry Kane in the penalty area, good defending by Chelsea. And Kante now carries it away, tries to feed Pulisic down the line. Spurs have enough bodies back, and it's all the way back with Hugo Lloris. A draw would be nice, said Colin. Yeah, I don't mind, mate. Look, as I said, someone's gone top of the table ahead of us today. Whether it's Spurs or Chelsea, that's up to the result, I suppose. I made the best team win. That's all I really have to say. I'm intrigued to watch this match from a neutral's point of view, to see what we're up against this season. Spurs mixing it up there, try the ball over the top this time for Son to run in behind, but there was a bit too much on it and it goes through to Mondi. Thiago Silva now. If anything, I actually think Spurs are probably punching above their weight, and that's a massive compliment. Werner, it was a good pick out, but he couldn't quite get the ball back across. Goes behind, it'll be a goal kick to Spurs. VAR works in every other league. In the Premier League, VAR is not the problem. There's a couple of little bits and pieces that could be done, but yeah, the referees in the Premier League are shite. I've said that for a very long time. Craig, if we draw to Ajax and we guaranteed knockout stages, do we have to win? 9-10. I think we have to win, mate, to guarantee. But even a win won't guarantee we top the group, but a win will guarantee our progress. Ajax last game will be against Atalanta, so again, that'll be a game where somebody will be dropping points, mate. Yes, Shay, I do think we'll buy a centre-back in January. The more I'm hearing about the Perishur situation, the more I think that it is likely Liverpool have a serious interest in him, the young Ajax centre-back. Mikhail, how could you have hurt my feelings, mate? I don't know you. I think you're giving yourself far more credit, buddy, than you probably should. People that I don't know can't hurt my feelings, mate. I get called an awful lot worse on here from an awful lot of people. So you call me whatever you want, pal. I promise you it won't hurt my feelings. Especially because, as I said, I'm here to teach you, mate. It's okay. You can bow down on the ground, thank me later, send me a Christmas card, whatever you want. But you definitely didn't hurt my feelings, princess, because you're irrelevant to me, mate. So you wish you fucking hurt my feelings. Craig, I think it's pronounced Mendy, like men. I don't know. I'm trying to give a little bit of French flair to it by going Mondi. I don't know if it's Mendy or Mondi, to be honest with you. He's a good keeper, though. Whatever way it's pronounced, Mendy, Mondi, he is a decent goalkeeper. Hey, Keegan, how are you, mate? Man's got thick skin. You have to, buddy. You have to in here. Do you know what I mean? You get called everything from a nonce to a bald twat to a fat fucker to anything you can think of. You have to have thick skin, or there's no point in sitting in front of the camera. The only opinions that worry me are that of my wife, children and friends. After that, do you know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? I don't give a shit about people I don't know and their feelings towards me. Did I watch the grand final? No, but I did see the result. That it was a very low scoring grand final, wasn't it? I did see the try right at the end though to win it. I just can't believe that they let that ball drop like that. But fair play to it was a young lad, wasn't it? It was a young lad in his first season or something that scored the winning try. I don't know much about rugby league, to be honest. Goldbridge has United down as title contenders. Yeah, fair enough. He's a United fan. He should be, to be fair. If I was a United fan right now, I'd want to believe that my team could go win the league. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I'd want to believe it as well. That's your right as a fan to believe in your club. So, yeah, I would never deny any fan the opportunity to dream. Thank you, Darkside. Ball back with Thiago Silva now. 25 gone, still scoreless. Ben Chilwell. No, Jersey boy, I didn't watch the Grand Prix today. I didn't see the crash. Zuma. Conte. Ball across to Thiago Silva. Ball back to Kurt Zuma. What did I think of Kloppo post-match yesterday? Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I can understand the conversation from the broadcaster's point of view. Was it Des Kelly, the guy's name? I can understand the points that he's making, and I can also understand the points Klopp was making. I think that the fault does lie with the Premier League. I can understand the broadcasters. They pay the rights. They feel like they should be able to pick whoever they want. And look, if Liverpool's going to get more eyes on the game, maybe sell more subscriptions, of course they're going to try and have Liverpool playing. But I can understand Klopp's point as well. It's a difficult one, but You know, again, to me, I think it's the Premier League, not, how do I put this correctly? I think it's the Premier League not looking after their own product well enough. So if you remember when Ajax got to the semi-final of the Champions League, they cancelled the fixtures in Holland for them so that they could have a week's break. In England, they never look after, whether it be Chelsea, United, Liverpool, City, whoever's in the Champions League. The Premier League just don't look after the teams well enough and try and make them play far too many games. And that stands to every club. As I said during my little rant yesterday, it was Liverpool this week that were on the end of some shitty decisions and a shitty kick-off time, but it'll be somebody else next week. And I think as football fans, we often need to just come together rather than just look at it through our own club's perspective. There you go, that's part of that education there for you, mate, by the way. So again, this is all free. Feel free to give a donation to charity if you're absolutely amazed by the footballing education you're getting here, pal. But it's what you get on Mundo Sport, though, mate. So again, thank me later. Is Reguilon better than Chilwell? Not my place to say, mate. Not Liverpool players, so I'm not really too fussed. None of them are as good as Andy Robertson, so that's what I will say. WFM to you as well, Patrick. WFM. Yes, Tanis, I seen the person that took the picture. Actually, on a technical perspective, the picture that's being shared around a lot isn't a selfie, but there is a selfie. Yes, I have seen it. Himself and his two sons, I believe, who worked at the mortuary as well, have all been sacked and have received threats and all as well. But yes, I have seen it, mate, and it was bad form, to be honest with you. I mean, the man's lying there, passed away. Don't be taking pictures with him. I didn't see any of this, so my wife's on there calling me an egg as well. Am I your love egg? Yellow card here coming out. Free kick to Spurs. Did I ever eat biryani? You mean like the Indian rice dish? I haven't eaten it now. I've seen it in lots of places, but no, I haven't eaten it. Premier League don't look after the best products. No wonder bigger teams wanted to join the European Super League. Again, and I agree, but I agree right across the board. So whoever's in the Champions League, whether it be Liverpool, United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Spurs, whoever it is, they need to be looked after better by the Premier League. The better that English teams do in those competitions, the better the ratings in the rankings, the more places that get opened up to European competition for English clubs, or the coefficients, is not what they call it with UEFA. So again, short-sightedness. Harry Kane over the free kick here anyway, just on the half-hour mark. Strike over the bar. Never really looked like it was coming down. Half an hour gone at the bridge. Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. Saw the marijuana oil. It's not marijuana oil, mate. It's CBD. It's completely 100% legal. You can buy it in Holland, the Barrett. You can buy it anywhere. There's absolutely no THC in it whatsoever. And I use it for anxiety. I'm trying it for anxiety and inflammation. But it's 100% legal, mate. There's numerous companies you can buy it from in Ireland and the UK. I wouldn't be promoting something that's illegal, mate. I promise you that one. CBD oil is completely legal. Score prediction, Matthew. I had gone for a 2-2, mate, but she doesn't look like she's going to work out that way. Oh, nice ball and lucky. Abraham. I'm starting to warm into this a little bit, folks, now. We had a few dickheads at the start, but I think we've pushed them aside now. And the funny thing is, if people just come in and have a chat with us, we'll have a bit of fun with them, but all this aggro, there's too many aggro people out there who just want to belittle and have a fight. Just come in and be nice. We'll have a little chat. We'll all be grand. You're definitely not important enough, Sabrina. No, the spanners on here are for people who actually do a job and not just want it for their own ends. You know what I mean, you selfish bitch. Have you not got some hoovering or washing to be doing there, love? It's alright, folks. That's my wife. I can say this to my own wife, by the way. I'm not just picking on some random woman. I've been picking on this same woman for 20 years now. Son over the free kick for Spurs now. And yes, I will pay for that later on. She will kick my ass. And rightly so. Werner. Maybe I like it. Sissoko. Back to Son. Son. Kane. Son again. Good tackle by Conte, but it only goes out as far as Bergwijn. Rondon goes on the overlap. Or not, but Rondon, excuse me, not Rondon. Ziyech. I haven't watched much of Ziyech. How's he settling in at Chelsea? Genuinely, I haven't watched much of him this season. I've seen a lot of him at Ajax, obviously. Right, folks, don't forget, keep hitting that subscribe button if you're enjoying the stream. The whole 162 of you legends that are in with us. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Oh man, you should see the banter in my household. Do you think the banter we have on here is bad? In my household, man, it's vicious. Everybody, even the 8-year-old son, he's in on it. He's vicious as well. Comes up to me out of nowhere, just jiggles my stomach and goes, look at that, fatty, and runs off. You know what I mean? I'm proud of my son. 8-year-old fella bantering me, I love it. Ziyech, ball in behind, looking for Werner. I call my daughter Prof because she wears glasses as well. So I'm going to harden these kids up, folks. Get them ready for the real world. What's up, everyone coming in? I went for a draw, Harvey, in this one, but I went for a 2-2 draw, but it defo ain't looking that way now. Ziyech is playing really well overall. Nice. He looks good, so he looks great, said Harvey as well. Have I banned Pepsi in my house? No, my son drinks Pepsi Max. Oh, the shame of it all, I know. Yeah, no, he does. My son drinks Pepsi Max. He prefers it to Diet Coke. It's an awful embarrassment to the family, mate. You know what I mean? But you have to just accept these things and move on. Roden. Back to Højbjerg. Ziyech is playing really well overall, said Ricky. Thank you for that, buddy. What's my prediction versus Ajax? I'm doing it tomorrow, actually. I'm recording a preview show tomorrow with Leon from Boyle Sports, so that preview show will be out tomorrow evening, so I'm yet to get my team selection done. I'll be doing that after this game, so I'll give you that tomorrow and my score prediction, so I hope you watch that one tomorrow. It'll be out on Anfield Agenda tomorrow evening, and we'll have a late night agenda tomorrow night as well. Oh, unlucky. Ndombele tried to pick at the run of Harry Kane, but just couldn't get away with it. Ziyech now. Ball switched across, left hand side to Ben Chilwell. Will I be streaming the Arsenal game later tonight? No, mate, no. Got loads of stuff to do, unfortunately. I've got a busy day tomorrow, lots of filming and sponsor stuff to do and a few other bits and pieces, so I won't, unfortunately. Big interview recording this Thursday, though. I can't tell you who it is just yet, but yeah, big interview this Thursday. James rolls it down the line to Tammy Abraham. 10 minutes to go here at the bridge in the first half. Abraham goes one way then the other. Does well, breaks into the box. Ball across. It's snuffed out by the Spurs defence, and it'll be a corner to Chelsea. Your kids will be okay if they're anywhere near you, buddy. Absolutely, Patrick. Any parent would die for their kids, mate. But yeah, they won't be leaving my house, little softies. I can promise you that one. They'll be well hardened for the banter when they leave here. Yeah, it's not a great game, Carl, is it? I thought it was going to be a bit more exciting than it is, but sure, we'll stick through it, buddy. I'm going to try and hire myself up a little bit here. A bit too low in me seat. Sitting on a damn computer chair for this one, and it's not comfortable, put it that way. Right, 10 to go in the first half. Corner for Chelsea. Ball in. Headed away by Harry Kane. How often does he clear with defensive headers, by the way? He's good in both boxes for Spurs. Great if your centre forward can be doing that. Another ball in. This time it's Dyer. Drops to Chilwell. He's a strike on his right foot. Can't keep it down. And it goes way up into the stands. When the world is back to normal, will you meet Leon in Real? Absolutely, Liam. Yeah, 100%. I'm not saying every week, but I'm sure that we will go up. Now, the deal that we signed with Boyle Sports at the start wasn't a long-term deal, but, you know, we're going to chat about extending that when things go. But, yeah, absolutely. They're great sponsors to have, to be honest with you. We couldn't ask for a better company to work with. They give us the freedom to do whatever we want. WFM James, I'm watching every single video of yours, mate. I'll be waiting. That is so kind, Demetrius. Thank you, man. I hope you enjoy them. I think you'll enjoy the Anfield Agenda ones, man. There's lots of fun on there. You'll see me semi-naked at times. You'll see me cursing, crying, happy. You get all the emotions on there, pal. Reece James now cuts back inside. I'm seeing two teams here who are good teams, but I'm not seeing two teams here that I think can win a Premier League. I'm being honest in what I'm saying. Now, everybody will get better as the season gets on, as fitness levels get up, but again, Liverpool haven't been at their best this season either, so I fully appreciate and accept that critique as well. Harvey, the second penalty yesterday, mate, my thoughts on it are there was no need for VAR to even get involved in that. Was it a clear and obvious error? Why were they drawing the referee's attention to it? Referee made his decision. It was far from clear and obvious. Look, it is what it is. We can't change it. It was a penalty given, scored, and it was 1-1. We move on. We'll just put it in the whole pile of VAR decisions that were, let's say, 50-50 ones, and none of them have gone our way yet. Maybe the Salah one actually against West Ham was that even this season? I can't remember. No, the only one I can think of is the Salah one that was a bit soft for us in our favour, but no, we're not getting the rub of the green on the VAR decisions for whatever reason, and I have my thoughts and I'm sure you have yours. Oh, I'd absolutely. Can you imagine your son taking over Anfield Agenda? No, I can't. He's a complete gamer, man. I can see him in a YouTuber, but a gamer. He's he's mad into his computer games, mate. He's an Xbox, a PS4. He's asked Santi for a Switch for Christmas. He just loves computer games. Kane switches the ball across right hand side. Aurier. Oh, it's great to see Alan, isn't it? We always knew that Everton weren't going to be serious title challengers, mate. I mean, they've improved. Again, I'll give them credit. They have improved, but they were never going to be real title challengers. Does he play Minecraft? Indeed he does, yes. He does indeed, yes. He plays a lot of stuff, mate. He plays a whole heap of games. I don't even know half of them. But I know he definitely plays Minecraft. And Fortnite. Chilwell. Ball across. Deflected by Houlden, but straight into the arms of Hugo Lloris. Rangers 1-0 Defoe score. Thank you for the update. Yasir, I'm doing very good, buddy. I hope you are as well. Any advice, Craig, getting into over matches that you don't go our way? Ruins my weekend. No, mate, it ruins my weekend as well. I was like an antichrist all day yesterday. Wasn't in great form at all. So no, I wish I could give you advice, mate, because it still stings today, if I'm being honest with you. Chad? My child is a gamer, yes. He is. He's also an 8-year-old autistic young boy, so please don't even dare have a go with him. No, James, no new updates on the Perishore situation, but I usually get more information at the start of weeks, buddy, when things calm down for the people that I chat with. As you can imagine, weekends are very busy for everybody involved in this industry. Oh, nice header. Werner now, left-hand channel. Mason Mount makes the run ahead of him. Werner cuts in on his right foot. Again, though, he's looking for support. Goes back to N'Golo Kante. Kante switches the ball out right-hand side to Reece James. James pumps the ball into the box. I thought Tammy Abraham was going to get on the end of that. Referee signals a free out, though. Good determination from Abraham to try and get on the end of it, but he fell Houlden, so it will be a free to Spurs. Benjamin, the Haaland stuff, if anything happens there, mate, I still believe that it'll be 2022 before Haaland goes anywhere. And I mean anywhere, whether that's wherever it might be. Yes, I think we are interested in Erling Haaland, and yes, I think we'll be in the conversation when he moves, but I still think it'll be 2022 when he does move on. And I think it should be. I think he's in the right place with Dortmund right now. My wife says yes. Lucas gives a commentary of every game he plays as if he's on YouTube. He does. He talks it through every single game. You'd hear him up in his room, and I'd like, who's he talking to? Is he on the phone to your mum? And she's like, no, he's just playing computer games. Yeah, he does full commentary. No doubt he'll be a YouTuber. 100% certain of that. Does he like football? He's starting to get into it, mate. Starting to get into it. He's so active and fit though. Like he's just a bundle of energy, my little young man. And he's turning 9 in January. I'm very proud of him, as I am my daughter, of course. Thiago Silva now launches the ball long. Oh, slip there. Ball breaks in midfield. Referee plays an advantage. N'Golo Kante has it. He goes out right hand side. Again, Chelsea have bodies forward. Ziyech tries to pick out Werner at the far post. There's just a bit too much on it again, and it goes behind for a Spurs goal kick. 42 minutes gone at the bridge. Still Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. Your brother's a 12-year-old artistic boy called Lucas. That is a coincidence, mate, and I hope he's well. I hope that you're Lucas as well. I hope he's enjoying life, and I hope he's looking forward to Christmas time. Get him on Twitch. Man, he'd be vicious. You think I'm vicious? Lucas has no filter, so yeah, he'd be even more vicious. How would he react if he supported United? Well, thankfully, Benjamin, he's been brainwashed enough that every time he sees a United crest, he either says boo or says, haha, look daddy, it's Manchester United, they're crap. So yeah, that won't happen. I'm confident that won't happen. Alan, I wouldn't write Minamino off yet personally, mate. I think we do that as fans far too often. And look, I'd agree, he still looks a little bit lightweight, but we also don't know what his best position is yet in this group. So I wouldn't be writing him off just yet. Just keep in mind, buddy, the £7.25 million we paid for him. So, you know, it was a risk worth taking. And still is, to be honest. Anyone who's writing off Minamino, just think back. Lallana was written off when he first came in, then went through a really good period. The league is littered with players who take a very long time to settle occasionally and come good eventually. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's definitely going to come good, but I'm saying I think it's too early to write him off. Chilwell. N'Golo Kante. Strike blocked from Kovacic. He then goes back out right hand side to Reece James. James lays it off to Ziyech. Kovacic. Kante. Chelsea looking to strike just before half time. Still Kante. Back to Ziyech. Reece James now. Ball into the box. This time it's Eric Dyer that clears it, but only as far as Mason Mount. Mount rolls the ball across to Kante. Kante back across. Ziyech. James. Again, it's nice from Chelsea. They keep in possession, but they're not really able to drag Chelsea or drag Spurs out of position to create any opportunities. Referee says no to Harry Kane there. Harry Kane doesn't understand the word no. Gets very confused when the referee doesn't blow the whistle to give him a free kick. James. Kante. Mount. Back to N'Golo Kante. Out right hand side, Kovacic. Reece James. Again back in. Ziyech. Spurs get there, nick it away. Son. Reguilon. He flicks it out, but as far as Ben Chilwell only, it's up in the air now. Mason Mount nips in to win it back. It's Timo Werner. Ben Chilwell. 1 minute of additional time added on the end of the first half. Mount. Back to Chilwell. He plays it out off Spurs player. I think it was Dembele. That'll be a throw in to Chelsea. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Thiago Silva. N'Golo Kante now. Kante. It opens up in front of him. Tries to run into the box, but his good challenge comes in. Reguilon now for Spurs. N'Golo Kante tracks him all the way back. Reguilon's looking for an out ball, but that's a good run by Reguilon. And he wins himself a free kick at the end of it as well. Good chance here for Spurs at the end of the half to get a good delivery into the box. Maybe pinch something right before half time. Good play that from Reguilon to tear down the left hand side. Yes, we did do a little video pretending we were on Anfield Agenda. And Lucas said if you don't like, subscribe, or he'd come around your house and steal your socks. I mean, whatever works. Referee doesn't even let Spurs take the free kick. Blows up for half time. It's all scoreless. It's all level scoreless at the bridge, I should say. Let me stop that first half clock. I'm just going to get the second half clock ready, folks. I won't be starting yet. I just need to fix something on it. So bear with me for 2 seconds. Just need to fix the second half clock before we get going. There we go. Sweet. Second half clock's ready to go. Right, folks, what do we think of that first half? I mean, I'm not seeing nothing there that's particularly scaring me from a Liverpool perspective. Marco, we don't need any more mods at the minute, buddy. There's no, I suppose there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? No credentials you need to become a modder at, mate. We have enough at the minute on the channel. Hands up if you can stand Harry Kane. Thoughts on United winning? I mean, you got to give them credit, mate. 2-0 down at half-time, win a game 3-2. What can I say other than well done? I mean, bringing on, what's his face again? The fucking Tarzan? I can never think of his name anymore because he's so irrelevant to me. Cavani, sorry. Had an absolute brain. Bringing on Cavani worked very well. I thought United were impressive enough second half. They did what they had to do. And credit for the win. I give credit where it's due. I thought Cavani did turn the game for them. They gave him a proper out and out centre forward, and Rashford's cross at the end into a dangerous area. Cavani got in the end of it, past the keeper, and it's all over. So yeah, look, fair play. Do I watch the All Ireland? Not really, mate. If I'm being honest, who's been playing better? Difficult. I mean, Chelsea have had more of the ball, but I think Spurs have probably created the more serious chances in that game. Although Werner did have the ball in the net and it was correctly ruled out for offside. I think a draw is probably the fair result in that one as it stands. But 45 left to go. Opinion on Timu Pukki. Agree. Was it free or did Norwich get him for free or for very, very little money? But good signing for Norwich. Doing well on international level as well, but look, I don't think he's a top level player. A very, very top level player, but knows where the goal is for sure. Timo Pukki will get goals, so had a bit of a mixed bag in the Premier League when he came up with Norwich, but got off to a great start. But look, Pukki's doing all right. Reckon we'd walk this league again if it wasn't for the injuries. That's what I've been saying all along, Erla, and that's why I think that we will end up winning the league when we get Trent back, when we get Thiago fit and available. I think even with the central defensive injuries that we have long term, I still think we'll be too good for the rest of the league when we get everybody back fit. Do I think Liverpool should sign Kekir as a backup to Alisson? He's a good option if you're going to look to bring in a goalkeeper. Erkan Kekir from Trabzonspor. I've been mentioning him for a while. I just don't know if we're going to spend the money that we'd need to bring in somebody like him to challenge as number 2. You're probably talking about 25 million quid. But at what point are we going to give one of our young keepers coming through, like Quivin Kelleher, an opportunity, or Gianluigi Pitaluga? I know he's only 17, but surely there has to be a path for him to get into the first team and really get a chance eventually as well. It's one of my real bugbears with goalkeepers, that they get brought through the underage systems and very rarely get a chance when they get to the top. Family are good, thank you, mate. Where's the chair? It's a not Liverpool stream, mate, so it just feels weird to use the red and white chair in it, but it's over there. It's about 6 feet away. What about Pope as a backup if Burnley go down? Again, I can understand the shouts for it, but I still stand over what I said. What's the point in having Kelleher there? What was the point in Grabara? What was the point in bringing through Danny Ward? What's the point in Pitaluga? If none of these guys are ever going to get a serious opportunity, then it's a frustrating situation for those guys as well. So yeah, look, Pope would be an alright shout, but ideally, if you're going to be bringing through younger players and you give them a chance elsewhere, they should get a chance to challenge as a backup keeper, in my opinion. But then you've got the other argument about needing experience and going out on loan, so it is a tricky one. Mode reckons Spurs will beat Chelsea 1-0. Yeah, no problem. What part of Dublin am I from? Well, I don't live there anymore, Alan, but Shankill, mate. The very furthest south point of Dublin. Last town before you hit Wicklow. You look naked without the Mahusive chair. I tell you what, mate, my back does be broken without the Mahusive chair. This computer chair is an uncomfortable son of a bitch. Do I think Adrian should stay at Liverpool? No, no, forever no. 1,000 no's, no times a million. No. In a once off, if he's needed to come in a once off game, grand. But once you start putting a run of games together, the mistakes start creeping in. And he looks like a nice lad and all, but no, I think he should be moved on at the end. Kyle said, give Kelleher a chance. Looks like a promising goalie. Not just for Liverpool, but for Ireland also. Do I have my Christmas decorations up yet? No. Tomorrow is the 30th. Tuesday will be the day I think that they'll go up, mate. And I will be having absolutely nothing to do putting up the Christmas decorations. Bar humbug, mate. I'm not a massive Christmas fan for personal reasons. How much would I say Ben White is worth? Probably, again, there's going to be... The figure I give you was going to be because he's English and because he's already in the Premier League. So I would say... I'd say you probably have to pay 35 or 40 million to get Ben White. I'm not saying he's worth that yet, but what I'm saying is to get him out of another Premier League club, you probably have to pay a substantial premium. I'd say his true value is probably about 20-25 million, but I would say that because he's in the Premier League with Brighton, got experience, you probably pay that premium. Do I know a player called Lionel Messi? I've heard of him, mate. Sounds familiar. Is that that young Argentinian fella that's breaking through there at Barcelona? VAR is trash. You're not going to get many arguments from me in its current form. Get a cushion for the back. No, it would push me too far forward, Joanne. It would just be too uncomfortable. And yes, I do think that Kante's lost a yard or two. Gar reckons 50 million, 45 for Carl. 30 million is his true value. Mane or Neymar? I despise Neymar. Ali Khan, to me Neymar is everything that's wrong with modern football. A player with undoubted talent that hasn't used those talents to the best of his ability and whines like a little bitch. So Sadio Mane every day of the week, twice on a Sunday. I couldn't stand Neymar at Liverpool, mate. I could not stand looking at him. He does my head in. Plus, we know he wouldn't be available for his and his sister's birthdays as well. Thank you, Mr. E. Again, I did tell you, I grew up in a house where you had to be witty, and I went to an all-boys school where banter was at its highest. So, yeah, I kind of grew up around friends that bantered a lot. So, and I am a sarcastic son of a bitch, I will be honest with you. Don't get into those ones, Sabi. I don't compare Liverpool players against each other. My argument there is, well, why should I pick Mane or Salah, or why should I pick Firmino or Salah? We get to enjoy them all, mate, so why not enjoy them as Liverpool fans while they're at the club? And same for any other club. Like, I couldn't understand, let's say, a Chelsea fan going Werner or Ziyech. Enjoy them both if you're a Chelsea fan. They're your players. Enjoy them while they're at the club. Who do I think will return from injury first? Trent, I would guess, mate, Trent. But it is just a guess, of course. I mean, I would have said Thiago, but that is just shrouded in mystery, what's going on there with Thiago. Initially, we were told a few days. Then we were told it was a little bit worse, maybe a week or two. And then here we are now, a couple of months later almost, and still no Thiago. So, I don't know. I hope he's back as soon as possible, of course. Day's been alright, Gary. That's not too long into the day, to be honest with you, mate. My day only begins at about 2, so... A knee injury. That's all, Bernadette, that we know, is that it was a knee injury, contact from that Richarlison tackle. That's the only information we've been given. Mignolet or Adrian? Pass. I love Lamp. Have we even bought Thiago? I know I've asked myself that a few times, mate, while I've been dozing in and out of sleep. I I wouldn't be surprised, Benjamin, if one of the front three went in the summer. If not this summer, then 100% next summer one of them will move on. Hence the reason I think that Erling Haaland or the like will be more likely next summer. Not next summer, sorry, 2022 I mean. Do you think Klopp is saving him for the new year? I think he's saving him until he knows he's 100% ready to go. I don't think he's going to take any chances with him, but I certainly don't think he's holding back a fit player for the new year. No. I just think that he wants to make sure. Well, we're about a quarter of the way, just over the quarter of the way through the season now, in regards to the Premier League. So if you look at it from the manager's point of view, you know, if you got him back then for the last 26 games, let's say, you know, you're still getting a whole chunk of the season there with him in there. It was a shitty tackle as well, Genie. You're right. It was a horrendous tackle. Ward-Prowse looks like a good player. Don't know quite how far he'll go. Obviously, you've got a set-piece ability, which is phenomenal. But it'll be interesting to see his next move after Southampton. But he does look like a very good footballer. If only we had Clavan. That's it, mate. Clavan will solve everything right now. Karius, Adrian, Phil Jones. Oh, God. I've never seen Phil Jones in goal, mate. But I'd imagine his face alone will put a few people off. Imagine taking a penalty and having that mush looking back at you. I'll probably go with Mignolet, to be honest with you. Thiago's not out for the season. That's complete and utter horseshit. So stop spreading lies, mate. Oh, God. It's people like you that do my head in. If you don't know information, stop spreading fake information. It does nobody any good. It just makes you look like a complete and utter dickhead of the highest order, mate. So just stop with the falsehood. Stop spreading fake information. Stop trying to sound like you've got information the rest of us haven't got. It's embarrassing. Predictions for what? I don't know, this game? The Liverpool game? I don't know what you're asking me to predict, mate. But I think Liverpool should sign a backup right back. It's a tough call. No, I don't. Not yet. I would give Nico the rest of this season minimum to drop in and out, play a few games and see how he keeps progressing. Certainly don't think we'll be looking to add one. Don't forget Fabinho can play at right back as well. Milner can play at right back. Joe Gomez can play at right back eventually when he comes back if needs be in a pinch. So, you know, there's a few options there already long term that we can use as backup right backs. Craig, calm down. No, go fuck yourself. It's as simple as that. Don't like what I have to say, disappear. I'm not keeping you here, Sabby. Don't tell me what to do. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, mate. Somebody comes in talking shit and trying to say that our players are out for the entire season, I'll call them on that shit. And if you like people spreading falsehoods, mate, then you are also a dickhead of the highest order. So, no. It's as simple as that. Thank you, Yasir. Very kind of you, mate. As a United fan, I despise Liverpool but respect them. I'm the exact same, Kyle, the other way. You're amazing for doing what you do. Even though we're rivals, I wish you all the best with this channel. Thank you, mate. That's very, very kind of you. I'm very gracious of you. What's the story, Fran? How are you, pal? Imagine that. Imagine defending somebody who's coming in spreading false information. Imagine doing that. And then telling me to calm down. Mate, it's people like that that are the problem with fans in football. That are on social media spreading fake information. That are making up shit to try and wind up and annoy other people. Not the way I go about things. I call it as I see it. If he's a dickhead, I'm calling him a dickhead. If you're an arsehole, I'm calling you an arsehole. If you don't like it, tough shit. Will Liverpool beat Bayern Munich Champions League? I don't want it to be in the final, Carl, if we got there. I'd rather play Bayern Munich over two legs. I think it would be a loss to the world of football if we played them in the final, because it wouldn't be a great game. Finals are never great games. I think if we played them over two legs, I think it will be an absolute treat to watch. Why so toxic? I'm not toxic, mate. Again, you come in and say hello to me and I'll say hello back to you. You come in and be a dickhead and I will absolutely obliterate you. It's as simple as that. I treat people how they treat me. If people come in and be respectful to me in the chat, I'll be absolutely loving and respectful back. If you come in and act like a dickhead, I'm calling you on it. It's part of an interactive channel, mate. This is the difference between us and other channels. I interact with human beings, but I'm not going to blow smoke up their arse and I'm not going to take any of their shite. Why should I? Do you think I give up my time to come on here, set up, do all this stuff, pay for the equipment that we need to use to be disrespected by some little dickhead virgin that I've never seen before. No, fuck him. People come on and be respectful, they get the respect back. Chat shit, get slapped. Simple. So you've nothing to apologise for, mate. It's all good. We'll disagree from time to time, pal. It's no problem. I just don't like people spreading fake information like that other guy was, because it worries people. It's just wrong. I just don't get it. I don't get why people are so negatively minded. Frustrated, Jamal. So am I. That Brighton penalty, look, I'll sound salty no matter what I say about it. All I can say is we can't change it now, pal. So I suppose we just have to move on, grit our teeth and get on to the Ajax game. I don't know what people are used to, Anthony. He said people should know that by now. Look, everybody runs the channels differently. Some channels are not at all interactive and people tune in to watch a couple of lads give an opinion or to listen to commentary or whatever it might be. There's perks and there's downsides to being a really interactive channel. The perks are, of course, that you get some great times and some great fun and some great conversations, some great banter and some great laughs. But the downsides are, of course, that you get ridiculed, you get mocked, you get slagged off, you get abuse, and you've got to have thick skin to take that. So my point has always been, why the fuck should I take it? Why shouldn't I fight and bite back? Just because some little dickhead's in the chat thinking he's really big bollocks. You come in and say hello to me. You point out one instance in the entire time I've ran a channel that somebody's come in and said, hi guys, and I've gone off on one. Doesn't happen. I only bite back when somebody's an arsehole. It's as simple as that. Do you think Liverpool should keep Firmino? Yes, of course, yeah, absolutely. Love to see how far this channel has gone. I found you a year and a half ago. Love the since. Well, this channel, to be fair, mate, it's a different channel. You'll probably talk about Anfield Agenda. This channel's only been going, I don't know, this is our 5th, 6th game, I think, maybe on it. I won't even want to take a guess, Sabby, about when Virgil van Dijk will be back, mate, because, again, I'd be giving false information. I think we may see him this season at some point, but, you know, that's working off what other people have said. We know that he's back doing some very light training now, which will, of course, be part of his rehab, and we want him back as soon as possible, but I wouldn't put a time frame on it just yet. Do I think fans being back will boost Liverpool's form? I suppose it wouldn't do any harm, yeah. I mean, certainly, I would say we're one of the teams that may rely on fan support and interaction a bit more than others. But, you know, again, I'm not saying we've been more harshly treated. I'm just, you know, our players are passionate and do work off and feed from the fans. So, yeah, I would imagine it will give us a bit of a boost. What have we got? I'm going to visit Anfield after lockdown. Nice one. Enjoy it. Benny reckons this game will end in a draw. What do I take of Mourinho returning to Bridges as Spurs manager? I mean, he returned as a United manager as well, to be fair. Look, I can understand why he took the Spurs job. They have a magnificent new stadium. They've got some good players there in their squad. And he wanted back into football, and this gave him a good opportunity in a city that he knows and likes, of course, in London. So I can understand why Jose took the job. Right, folks, second half about to get underway. Spurs playing from right to left. Referee's just doing his final checks. And we're underway. Give me your thoughts on the second half, what you think the final score will be. My 2-2 is looking very, very unlikely at the minute. Right, Spurs immediately on the attack down this right-hand side with Ndombele. Kane drops deep looking for him. He then goes down the line. Good footwork from Ndombele to Son. Son now tries to flick it through to Kane, but it's intercepted by Thiago Silva. Kovacic now carries it out for Chelsea. Nice ball between the lines to Hakim Ziyech. Mount. Chilwell. Back to Mason Mount. Thiago Silva. Kurt Zouma. A lot of people going for a 1-1. Yeah, that's if I was putting a little flutter on you, I'd probably go with that. All right. Again, though, I'm not seeing anything as of yet from these teams that would really fill me full of fear that they're going to be there long term. But look, I suppose it's fair to say that if you're an opposition fan looking at Liverpool, you probably haven't seen much in Liverpool this season that would strike fear into you either. So, again, I can understand both sides of that argument. When did I fall in love with the Mighty Reds? It was the game that we lost 2-0 to Arsenal to win, for Arsenal to win the First Division title. Oh, unlucky. Oh, he's given a free out. Yeah, it was the game, sorry, that we lost 2-0 to Arsenal to win the old First Division title, where Arsenal had to beat us by 2 goals, and they did so right at the very end. So it was, funnily enough, a loss that got me supporting Liverpool. I wish I could give you some mad story that there was an uncle or a brother. I don't have any brothers, but a family member that was a Liverpool fan, but there was no Liverpool fan in my family at all. Do I think Gerrard will replace? I don't know, mate. I think it's too early to be talking about a potential Klopp replacement yet. Both from the perspective that Gerrard still has a lot to prove, and that, we don't know if Klopp might sign an extension, and we don't know if Pep Linders is already being groomed to take over. Chelsea try a crossfield pass there that goes out of play. It'll be a Spurs throw in. We need to sign a backup defender. Yes, we absolutely need a centre back, mate. No argument. For those Liverpool fans that are watching, the one that we're most likely looking at putting in an offer for, as things stand now, is Per Schurz from Ajax. From what I've been told, again, please don't take that as gospel. About 30 million apparently is what we'll get him out of Ajax. I've said this before. He was at Liverpool on trial when he was 17 back in 2018, and or when was he 17 back then? 17, 19. Was he 17? Well, he was on trial in 2018 at Liverpool anyway. And Liverpool decided it was best that he went back to Fortuna Sittard in Holland and continued his development. Then, of course, he went to Ajax. But he's a player that's known to Kloppo and the group, and they've been tracking for a while. So he's probably the one I think most likely. I didn't watch the Tyson fight, Eddie. I knew it was going to be a farce, mate. But what I didn't watch it again, but I seen Jake Paul was calling out McGregor. I mean, would you shut up? McGregor would absolutely annihilate Jake Paul. The Dutch defender, the Dutch don't rate him. They must rate him enough, mate. He's playing at Ajax, to be fair. And again, I'm not going to write a player off who's 20 or 21. Oh, thank you, Derek. Lovely to see you with, mate. Again, I really appreciate your time. Folks, please do keep hitting that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We will be back on Wednesday. We're doing I think we're doing the United game on Wednesday, if my memory serves me correct. I think we're doing United. Aren't they playing PSG on Wednesday? I think that's the game we're doing on Mundo Sport this Wednesday. So make sure you've got your notifications turned on as well. It was a draw, Thomas. It was a big shambolic draw. The Roy Jones Jr. Mike Tyson fight. I did see the knockout, mate, and look, fair play, caught him behind the ear nicely. I'm not saying he didn't deserve to win that fight. I'm not saying he doesn't want a career in fighting. I'm not saying he won't go on and maybe have a decent career, but to be calling out McGregor, come on, that's a bit much now. Thank you, Zohaib. Really appreciate that, pal. Again, Chelsea on the attack down the right now with James. He was 18 when at Liverpool. Thank you, mate. I was thinking it was 18 because I know he turned 21 just the other day. So I was thinking it was 18. I think that sounds about right. Five minutes gone in the second half, still scoreless. Joyce boxed really well, Dara. I watched that fight. And look, let's be honest about this. Dubois quit, Dara. He absolutely quit. I think Carl Frampton called it right when he spoke about it afterwards. I mean, yes, his eye was massively swollen, and yes, he got a jab straight into that left eye, but he quit. He went down far too easy and quit. But Joyce, fair play to him, 35 years of age. That'll free up a few decent fights for him now. No members on here, Ricky. We're not even monetized on here, mate. So no super chats on here yet. No memberships or anything like that. So literally, this is just me giving up my time completely for free, mate, because we make no income from this channel whatsoever. 3-0 Rangers, thank you, Carl. Jose's games are always boring, yeah. They're not great to watch. Callum Smith is fighting December the 19th, if my dates are correct. Fighting against Canelo Alvarez, which will be an amazing fight. He called out McGregor. He called out, if you're talking about Jake Paul, he called out McGregor. He called out Dylan Dennis. And I don't know who else he called out. Again, good defender from Spurs. Houlden rolls it across to Serge Aurier. Or excuse me, that's Sissoko. Ball across to Dyer. Regulon. To Son. Son flicks it around the corner. Oh, blocked off. Blocked Regulon off there. That'll be a yellow. How much income do you make on Anfield Agenda? Not a lot, mate, I'll be honest. We're a small channel. Like, people often get not enough to make a living out of it between me and Connor, mate. Put it that way. Yeah. Hopefully in the next year or two we go full time, but yeah, we definitely don't make enough to make anywhere near a living out of it now. Like, if you think about it, to set up a channel, for us in particular, Connor's laptop was about $3,000. My laptop was about 1700. Monitors, lights, microphones, software, keyboards, so much other stuff, green screens. You probably, I'd say we're nearly even. That's where I'd say we're at with Anfield Agenda. I'd say we've nearly clawed back what we've put into it. Nearly. But look, as I said before, for me, if we ever make a living out of it, great. But like, the experiences I've had on there have been amazing. And to me, that's what it's about. It's life experiences. And yeah, I've had a lot of things from Anfield Agenda that I'd never have got without Anfield Agenda. So again, I'm not complaining, pal. I never complain about this type of stuff. Hope so one day, Anthony. Yeah, absolutely. But if we get there, we'll have to have earned it like everybody else. We start off the same as all the channels like Mark and Redman and everyone. They've all earned it through years and years of hard work, sacrifice, and I wish them all very well. I wouldn't begrudge anyone a cent from this because it's difficult. Yeah, that gentleman that commented about Claude, by the way, earlier on, you're a scumbag. I didn't want to say it at the time because I was checking things out at my end. I don't even want to repeat what he said. I'm sure a few of you have seen it in the chat. But let's put it this way. You're a scumbag. Do a GoFundMe? Nah, no interest, mate. Do you know what I mean? People... No, we won't be doing a GoFundMe for that. And if people... I don't want to put... No, it's not right. It wouldn't feel right for me. It's not the way I want to go about things, man. But like partnerships and sponsorships with the likes of Boyle Sports, that will all help and go a long way down the line as well. But people have enough to be spending their money on these days. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's struggling. The world's in a crazy place. Christmas is coming up. People have lost their jobs. I'm fortunate, and I understand and appreciate that. So yeah. Right, but back to the game anyway. 10 minutes gone. It is a pretty boring match. Do I think we'll win on Tuesday? I do, but then again, I'm always an optimist, am I? Houlden now. See what I mean, by the way, those that were telling me to calm down earlier on. Have you Have you seen me have a pop at anyone? Everyone's been nice on the chat, and the chat's flowing and we're all having a nice conversation. I'm only angry at people when they come in and be an arsehole. I think people need to understand that rather than having a pop at me. I don't start any of this. I'm calm when I come on here all the time. There you go. Connor said, we'll take the money from the big boys so we don't have to from our viewers. That's kind of been our plan, to be honest, all along. We've said we'll never go beyond a paywall or anything like that. We want to, yeah, we would rather get the money from the big boys, actually, as he said. Plus, we love giving shit away as well, which is one of the most fun things to do. Free kick to Chelsea here, right out by the corner flag. Foul on Timo Werner. Where's my chair? It's over there to my right. It just doesn't feel right. Either using it on a non-Liverpool stream, so it's over there. It's about 6 feet away from me, pal. Thank you, Jay. He is. I didn't want to say it at the time, mate, but basically what happened was he had a big lump under his armpit and he had an operation on it. And the operation was to obviously remove the lump, but to biopsy it as well. And there was a history in my wife's family of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they were worried about that at the time. So as you can imagine, I was worried, my wife was worried, he was worried. But all good, thankfully. It looks like he'll be back in work next week as well, which is great. So thank you for that, mate. It's very kind of you to remember. The game's been a stalemate, yeah. Kent said, Carlton, love the chair. Mate, I know I keep saying this, but wait and you see our giveaway when we hit 100k. I can't wait for it. Yeah, it isn't a great game, RSH. I was expecting it to be a lot more end to end as well, but I suppose this is what Jose does in the big games, and if he can grind out a 1-0 win, he won't care. Ball in from Mount, headed away at the near post by Reguilon, then hooked away by Ndombele. Son gives chase, but N'Golo Kante is back. Oh, Kante slipped. Thankfully his goalkeeper was there to bail him out. Do I watch any other YouTubers? Nah, I don't, mate. I don't really have much spare time, to be honest. I put about 8 or 10 hours a day doing stuff for Anfield Agenda, researching, reading, and Connor does a load as well. But no, Joe Rogan, although he's on Spotify now, so no, not really. Will be interesting to see what Bale does when he comes on. Yes, it will. Ziyech now. He spreads the ball out left hand side. Chilwell. N'Golo Kante. Kovacic. He goes out right hand side. James goes round the corner. Nice little nudge into him there when he was crossing. From Ndombele. Goes behind. It'll be a goal kick to Spurs. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that, pal. Yes. It was the AFTV, Claude Benny, yes. I don't even want to repeat what somebody said in the chat a while back. I didn't mention it at the time. I just caught a glance of what they said and start messaging people just to make sure it wasn't true. And it isn't, thankfully. What rubbish TV do I chill to? I go back over a lot of old shows. So I rewatch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I rewatch Seinfeld. I actually watched, that show on Sky, The Vow. Have you seen that? It's a kind of documentary series about Nexium. You've probably seen it. If you've got Sky, you've probably seen it in Sky box sets or on the player. That's really good. Watching Billions at the minute, season 5 as well. I watch a bit of everything, mate. A bit of crime thrillers. A lot of comedy, Carl. A lot of old sitcoms as well. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld. Sometimes South Park. Thank you, Sabby. I do have a good work ethic for this stuff, mate, and I'm glad you stayed around, Sabby, and thank you for staying in, mate, and keeping the conversation going. It's good. I knew once we had a chat, buddy, we'll get to we'll get on terms with each other. I think consistency is something you have to do, buddy, if you're running a YouTube channel, or it won't grow. If you're being consistent, even if you're grinding it out and picking up like we have along the way, I think you have to be. And to be fair, Connor is just as hard working as well. What would I do if City won the league in the last minute? Well, we've kind of already been there, Jamal. Well, look, I'd be heartbroken, but I'd congratulate them like I would anybody who goes and wins the league. To win the Premier League, it ain't a fluke. You do it over 38 games, so if it comes down to the last game and somebody wins it, it still isn't a fluke. You know what I mean? I'll give anybody credit where it's due. You win the Premier League, you've earned it. Do I watch I'm a Celebrity? I haven't watched this year's, mate. No. I've watched it in the past, but I haven't watched any of this year's. Ball down the line here. And Dombele. Ball back inside. It's hooked away by Zuma. Just subscribe. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, we've only started this channel in the last 4 or 5 weeks, buddy. We also have another Anfield Agenda channel called Anfield Agenda Clips that Connor has started recently as well, if anybody wants to sub to that. That's just breaking down our longer content into like 5-6 minute clips, 3 minute clips, stuff like that. Keep plugging away, bro. You'll get where you need to believe the future's bright. Derek, do you know what, man? Thank you, and you're right, but it's hard to believe sometimes, mate, because, you know, there's peaks and troughs with this stuff. Sometimes you just don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes the abuse gets to you a little bit because you're human. But yeah, you got to keep plugging away, man. I'm fighting for my family's future. I'm fighting to give my kids a better life. I'm fighting to give my wife stuff that I never thought I'd be able to. So yeah, I'll keep fighting. Don't worry, buddy. And I wouldn't be anywhere, or nor would Connor, without your amazing support of us. It means the world to us. You watched Seinfeld last night, so did I. I love Seinfeld. Oh look, Mr. Anfield Agenda Clips is in the house. There you go. There's the Anfield Agenda Clips channel there, if anybody wants to give an old sub to it. Best Premier League moment. Look, you have to say the Aguero moment is iconic in the Premier League. Whatever I say as a Liverpool fan, that's an iconic moment. Obviously for us, Hendo lifting that title was amazing as well. There's been some belting moments over the years in the Premier League, some crazy games as well. It is, in my opinion, the best league in the world. Oh, thank you, Jamal. You're very kind. Mondi clears that, or Mendy. Sorry, I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm going to Cantari. I'm going to carry on my posh pronunciation. So, Mondi. Thiago Silva. To Ben Chilwell. 63 minutes gone, and if you're still awake, thank you for being with us. Oh, 2-2-70. Can we get to 2-3 on this stream, folks? The greediness of it all. Do I think Liverpool can win the Champions League without some of their main men? It's not going to be easy, pal. Look, even with our main men, even if we had everybody there, I still wouldn't be arrogant enough to say we will win the Champions League, because it's an extremely tough competition to win. And one bad night, one bad 10-15 minute spell in the knockout stages like we had against Atleti, and you can be out. It's that quick, so difficult one. I hope we're there or thereabouts, but I'm not going to say we definitely will. There's some great teams in it. How is the Irish League? Do you know what? It hasn't been invested in enough, but I think the will is there, the fan base within the game is there, and there's a very loyal bunch of people and honest, good, hard-working people behind the League of Ireland, particularly at grassroots level. But the FAI, the Football Association of Ireland, is and has been an absolute disgrace. But the standard's getting better. I just hope that we can keep some young players here a little bit longer before they go to the UK. Yeah, Ricky, I know it was Martin Tyler, but again, I'm trying to be fair about these things. We can't talk about iconic Premier League moments and not mention that Aguero moment. It was a special moment for Manchester City. It was the most dramatic way the league title's been won. So you've got to give credit to the moment. And we were all gripped and captivated by it at the time. And that's what football is about. Sport can do special things and special moments, and it's why we love the game. Houlden or Sancho? For Liverpool, Sancho. Or sorry, Haaland. Haaland for Liverpool. I think Sancho will end up at United, if I'm honest. But again, two absolutely stunning footballers. I would rather Haaland at Liverpool, but you know what? Yeah, so Haaland would be my answer, mate. Dara said, like and subscribe. We go back a long way. I've always supported you, buddy. And you have. And Dara, I'm not joking. Me and you are going to a boxing fight, mate. I've already cleared it with the wife. And I'm not joking. Once COVID's calmed down, she's given me the nod to go over to the States for a fight, mate. So you will see me soon at some point, Dara. I'm not even joking with you. We have to meet up and we have to go out in the town, buddy, and we have to have a night out and we have to go to the box and I will get my ass to Arizona. Don't you worry about that. Connolly was really good yesterday, Jamal. Yeah, he caused us a lot of problems in behind. And again, the challenge from Nico Williams on Connolly was 100% a penalty. I've got no qualms about that whatsoever. Chelsea are awful, said Benny. I love it. Neither of these two sides have filled me full of fear watching this. Chilwell pulls it across. Ziyech, he has a strike and blares it over the bar. About 14 yards out, maybe. It was a poor crossfield pass that gave it to Chelsea. Ziyech brings it down. Did it touch on his hand? Did he touch it off his hand? I think he may have been pulled up for a handball there, but it went over the bar anyway. Yeah, more of a sleep along. Good point, Anthony. Chelsea have had 10 attempts in the game to Spurs 5. Let's see what the shots on target are. One each. One shot on target each, ladies and gents, and we're almost at the 70-minute mark. Carton, I've been watching Anfield Agenda since I was 14. The Torino friendly. I remember that one, mate. 2 years ago, and you're now 16. Thank you, buddy. Another great channel along with the Anfield Agenda. Thank you again, Paul. Wow. You know what? I've said this to you before on Anfield Agenda. I don't know why people watch. I never understand. But I'm very grateful for it. And look, I'm glad you guys are in again. I'm glad you followed us over to this channel. And I'm glad you're supporting us. And I hope we can support you guys back in some way. With more giveaways and stuff down the line as well. Because the community aspect of what we do is really important to us. Ziyech. Which is why, by the way, you know the way when I go off one and I say to people, do one if you don't like it, piss off. It's because we don't want the chat filled with negativity. We want happy people in here to make it a fun experience. So if I have to call people out on their shit and kick them out, so be it. If we've got less subscribers because of it, I don't care. I'd rather have less subscribers of nice people. 200 million in one shot on goal. Well played, Benny. Well played, mate. Ball inside. Mount. Werner blocked again, and Kai Havertz on the bench as well, one of their massive signings. Thiago Silva. Chelsea are starting to play about 10 yards further up the pitch now. Spurs are dropping more and more back as the game goes on. James, N'Golo Kante, Ziyech. Mate, stream more often if you want your channel to grow. Mate, I have a channel with almost 60k. That's our main channel. And say stream more often. I stream my ass off, mate. I work every day of the week for free. So no, I won't be streaming more often because I know what you mean. I get where you're coming from and I fully appreciate your point, but I can't stream more often because I have a family life. I have an autistic son. I have a 16-year-old daughter who's going to be sitting major exams next year. And I have a lot of stuff going on, so I stream whenever I get a spare minute, but I can't do any more. But maybe you don't know we have another channel, I don't know. This is just a new channel. At least Craig is funny, mate. Thank you, I'll take that, sir. But what you wanted to say there was fucking hilarious, sir. Fucking hilarious. Oh, yes, sir, you're very kind, mate. Thank you. What's my favourite match this season? Probably the win over Leicester. I really enjoyed that because it put to bed a lot of doubters again. That was a great win. Man needs time with family. Exactly. And look, even where the thing, Mr. E, is I sleep ridiculous hours, mate. I go to bed at about 5 a.m. Because I do most of my work at night time. So I stream at night time, and then when I finish streaming, I'm usually doing work for the next day because it's quiet in the house and everyone else is in bed. So I don't get up till like 2 because I only go to sleep at 5 or 6. So yeah, so the time with the family is limited as it is. We'll get this channel monetized soon enough. We need the watch time up. We've got the viewers, like we've got the subscriber numbers. We just need to get the watch time up. That's all. If Chelsea didn't finish top 4, it'd be a disaster. I think they will though, Kyle. But you're right, it would be an absolute disaster. We face United 3 days after my birthday, and I'd love to get a W as a birthday gift from the Reds. Yeah, hopefully, buddy. You make me happy, Craig. Thank you. That's grand, man. I'm glad you stick around as well, because you came in earlier on. I was going, well, we got to get along, but you understood my sarcasm, mate, which is great. So, yeah, I'm glad you stuck around as well, and thank you for being in, mate. I enjoy chatting with fans from all clubs. Another corner to Spurs here. And thank you, as I said, Mr. E, as well, for coming in and giving us a chance, mate. I appreciate it. The hardest thing about any channel is, I suppose, to get people to know that you exist. Right, here we go. Harry Kane is due to fall down for a penalty now any minute. So, if you have your Harry Kane bingo cards ready, corner here to Spurs, so keep an eye out. Is my son okay? Absolutely. He's an autistic young man with a lot of sensory issues and stuff. But yeah, no, he's perfectly healthy. Thank you, buddy. And he's an amazing little dude. Ball in. Cleared by Abraham. You feel really upset for Diego. So do I, Jamal. What a loss to the world of football. Diego Maradona certainly transcended the sport. It's a terrible loss. Is a draw the best result for Liverpool? I don't know, is it? Maybe. Either way, we're going to be behind whoever. If Spurs get the draw, we'll be behind them in goal difference. If Chelsea win, we'll be behind them in goal difference. But again, Spurs have another difficult fixture, North London derby next weekend. Aurier. Free kick out. Foul by Ben Chilwell. Spurs are organised. Indeed they are. You'd expect that from a Jose Mourinho team, though, to be fair. Thank you, Mr. E. Yeah, look, a lot of the people in the channel know my background a lot more, mate, so a real brief one. Like, the reason I won't say I'll never stop fighting is I had two parents clearly, and both died. Dad drank himself to death, mum committed suicide. I'm an only child, and the only thing that kept me going was my missus at the time, now my wife, of course. So yeah, I'm going to work my ass off and fight for them to give them a better life, and hopefully we get there someday. But we've no divine right to, like anybody else. Would I say Al-Qaeda? No, not yet. I get the frustration over the injuries, but if we can get past that, if his body can get used to the rigours of the Premier League, I think there's a great player there. Chilwell's still down here, by the way, for Chelsea. Will I do a watch along with the North London derby? I can't. I had originally planned to, but I'm doing a stream with a Liverpool channel from America at 3 o'clock, and then I'm doing the Liverpool game at 7:15 against Wolves, and Connor's coming up to do some technical stuff. We need to try out a new computer and mess around with some webcams and stuff. So I won't be able to. I won't have the time. I had originally planned to do it, but unfortunately I just won't have the time. Yeah, people are always shocked when I say that. So, lads, if I gave you my actual life story, you would you'd be surprised. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But look, it happens to a lot of people. It is what it is. I don't feel any hardship from it. I don't feel like I was. Yeah, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Did I see Messi's celebration for Diego? I didn't know, but I'm sure it was extremely touching. I seen the All Blacks one, actually. That was a class act from them, as always, to put the Maradona All Black shirt down before they did the haka against Argentina the other day. A massive classy gesture from them. Are my excited fans to be back against Wolves? Absolutely. And I'm as excited for the fans to get to go, and for the players that, get to see people inside the stadium. It is great. It's great that some fans are getting back inside the stadiums. I know not every club, and I know Liverpool fans are fortunate that they're able to get 2,000 in there, and I feel for the clubs that can't, of course, and the fans that can't get to the games. Oh, thank you, Oliver. You're very kind, pal. Another yellow card here. Ref dishing them out in this one. 15 to go at the bridge. Still 0-0. Oh, you meant stream more often on this channel. Sorry, pal. Sorry. That's the plan. We've only started it recently enough. I'm going to try and pronounce your name. Vibav? I'm so sorry, mate. It's a difficult one to pronounce, though. Yeah, we will. We'll start to pick up the streams on here. We'll be doing at least, I think, 2 a week is the plan, mate, going forward. But, we do have sponsorship stuff and all we have to do on Anfield Agenda. But you're right. We do need to stream more on the channel, and I hope that we will as the season goes on. Messi is not only a great player, but he's great manners. Yeah, and of course he's an icon, as is Diego Maradona. They are, in my opinion, the 2 best players the greats of football pitch, with Cristiano and Pele probably just in behind. It's all right, Alan. It's all right, man. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? People have been through worse, pal. It made me who I am, I suppose. So I wouldn't change anything. Unfortunately, pal, you are what you are, and these experiences in life make us who we are. So everything happens for a reason, I suppose. 80 minutes, both games to take a draw. Jose going for a 0-0 masterclass. No, he generally tries to pinch them late, doesn't he? In the Mourinho masterclasses. Højbjerg now on the ball. Again, we're only 20 subscribers now off 2,300, folks. If you are new, please do hit that subscribe button. 4-0 Rangers. I am extreme. Do you know what, Daniel? I don't give myself credit for much, mate, but I am extremely proud of the fighting qualities that I have. I don't really big myself up on much, but I'm not a quitter, man. That's one thing I will say. My back's been against the wall a lot of times in life, and what can you do but come out fighting? You can't give up. I've got a wife and kids. How the fuck could I give up? Yeah, Bale still to come on as well, Jersey boy. There's options there. Son spins now. God, this really hasn't been a great watch. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting much better. Aurier trying to get around the back now. Pulisic clears that for Chelsea to Chilwell. He tries to flick up the line. Spurs win it back, but they put it out of play. It'll be a throw into Chelsea. Who do I think we should get in January? My options would still be Ben White. I think the more I think about the Upamecano situation, the more I think he's going elsewhere. So Ben White, Pau Torres, Per Schurz is someone that I've said is being looked at. It is a tough one though, because you have to get this call right. Tammy Abraham's going off, is it? Or is it? Yes, Abraham's going off to be replaced by Giroud. There hasn't been much of a chance, Ricky. I mean, I'm not holding back from giving you guys information on the game. There's been nothing really happening, pal. I agree, Benny. Diego definitely did carry a weak Argentina and a weak Napoli. Another throw in, this time to Chelsea again, left hand side. Heading towards the last 10 here, folks, of the bridge. Still Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. Why do I love Ben White so much? I don't love him so much. I'm just thinking of realistic options. He's not the finished article. I'd be the first one to admit that. But nor is Upamecano. And nor would Per Schurz be. If you're going to go for the absolute finished article, then you're going to pay a lot more money and you're going to have a lot slimmer picking. So I think Ben White has a really high ceiling. And the reason you pay that little bit, I suppose, of a premium for an English-based player is for that knowledge of living in the country, playing in the English divisions. And I think Ben White is a Jurgen Klopp type of centre-back in that he can carry and play the ball out from the back. He's a little bit small. He's a little bit on the small side at 6'1", but I'm not saying he's the definitive choice. I just think that he's got a very high ceiling. Thoughts on Gareth Southgate? He's stealing a living in the England job, if I'm being honest with you. I watch the English team sometimes, and you look at the list of players and you think, that's a pretty damn good list. England should be doing well. And then you see Gareth Southgate at times using 2 Houlden midfielders in a game against Strike. Oh, almost 1-0. There's the first chance. Good save from Lloris. Was it Mason Mount from distance? It was. about 25 yards out. It's a good strike. Lloris does well to get fingertips and touch it around the post. Ben White plays for Brighton, mate. He was on loan at Leeds for a couple of seasons, but he was always a Brighton player. And now this is his first season in the Premier League with Brighton. Maradona was absolutely pure genius, Daniel. I mean, his second goal against England. I know the hand of God was cheeky to say the least, but his second goal in that game was sensational. At a time where the balls were heavier, the pitches were shitter, players could get away with really trying to take you down. That was an unbelievable goal. Cross comes in, too deep to the back post. Chelsea trying to win their penalties, of course, falling down at the far post there. Referee says play on, and the ball's with Hugo Lloris. Thoughts on Todd Cantwell? Very tidy player. Haven't seen much of him this season, to be fair, because I haven't kept tabs on Norwich. But certainly somebody I know that Liverpool looked at over the course of his career. And I think he's a tidy footballer. He's a bit of an Adam Lallana's about him. Cross in. Oh, Mondi did well to get a hand to that one. Kane fouled Ziyech. The stupid cheap foul to give away. Bye-bye, Daniel. Oh, you're not going. Sorry, RSH was gone. My apologies. Alright, see you later, buddy. Enjoy. Thanks for coming in. It has been a shit game, Liam. I'm not going to lie with you, mate. It's been crap. Look, any English fans watching, it's all very well and good me giving my opinion on Southgate, but, I'd love to know what you guys think about him. Messi tried a hand of God one today, did he? I didn't see the Barca game. Havertz is now on for the last 7.5 minutes to replace Ziyech. Hello, Roberto. Lovely to see you win again, mate. How are you? It's been a while since we spoke. What have we got? John said, for me, Todd Cantwell's anger issues. Nice. And it hasn't played this season. Wow. Thank you for the update, buddy. Yeah, they do, Brian. Chelsea have very good options up front. But yeah, here we are. 0-0. 2 shots on target in the game. At home. It's not great. Although, to be saying that, we had 0 shots on target against Atalanta. But that wasn't great either. Thiago Silva now carries the ball out for Chelsea. 6.5 to go. Southgate, meh. I don't know how we got the job, to be honest with you. Well, other than being a yes man for the FA. Havertz. Chilwell. Pulisic. Cleared again by Spurs, but not too far. Conte brings it down, side foots it to Chilwell. Chilwell goes back to Thiago Silva. Kante. Spurs really dropping deep now. Kovacic. They move it wide to Reece James. James cuts back inside. Goes back to Kurt Zouma. Zouma across to Thiago Silva. Yes, Mary, we do have a new channel called Anfield Agenda Clips. We're putting up the longer content in shorter form, so the best bits from our short or from our long content, Mary, that is our channel, so please do subscribe to it. It has a green logo. Havertz spreads the ball out left hand side. Cross comes in. Oh, Giroud nearly on the end of it. Free kick though. He was climbing on the defender. Free kick to Spurs. I've never heard of that player, Jamal. Never heard of him. 5 minutes to go at the bridge. This has not been a massively great advertisement for the Premier League. Spurs haven't had a single attempt in the second half, whether on target or not. What will Mourinho do here? Looks like he's going to be bringing on a defender by the looks of it, actually. I think. How long do I think Klopp will stay? I don't know. I mean, I'm planning 2024 in my head, but I hope he signs an extension. But um, I think he'll definitely see out till 2024. So, we've a good time left to enjoy him. Havertz to James. Kovacic floats one to the back post. Oh, ball pulled back. It was a cross deep. Keeper came for it, got nowhere near it. And Chelsea still have it left hand side of the Spurs penalty area. Pulisic. Chilwell. Cross into the box. You can see it's look for Giroud now. That's the go-to here. Sissoko flicks it away. Zuma heads it back to Thiago Silva. Pressure comes on from Harry Kane. Thiago Silva casually plays the ball back to Kurt Zuma. Zuma to Reece James now. Cross deep to the back post again. It's headed on by Pulisic, but straight into the arms of the waiting Hugo Lloris. What have we got? Just over 3 minutes to go with the bridge. Still Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. Rate this game out of 10. 5. Some technically proficient, good stuff, but far too negative for my liking. Son. Ball breaks to Højbjerg. Son. Flicked out. Right hand side now to Serge Aurier. Again, Spurs just trying to keep the ball now, trying to free up a little bit of space. They go all the way back. All the way back. Again, switch it out right hand side looking for Serge Aurier. He chests it down. Ball inside. It's a nice little ball inside now. Oh, ricochet nearly went into the path of Son, but Chelsea got bodies in the way. Good opportunity. Referee slips there on the edge of the box. Cross in. Mondi read it well. Comes and claims it. 2 minutes to go. Keeper throws the ball out to Kovacic. Kovacic does really well there. Battles forward. He's fouled. That'll be another yellow. 2 minutes to go. Free kick to Chelsea. Just outside the centre circle. Inside the Spurs half. Again, folks, if you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, please do before you head off. Substitution taking place now for Spurs. Bergwijn coming off to be replaced by Ben Davies. James, talk to you soon, buddy. Have a good one. No, I won't be doing another watch along after this, mate. I've got to go get showered, get a few things done, get the kids ready for school, the wife has to head off and grab a few bits in the supermarket. Got to get the dinners done. So no, there won't be another one, unfortunately, pal. This is me done for the day. What's the best food in Ireland? God, I love a roast dinner, man. But again, I love pizza as well. We're not exactly known for our native cuisine, but you can get a damn fine steak here in Ireland. Jamal, talk to you soon. Right, we're into the last minute of normal time now. Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. Mount floats the free kick. It's nodded down. Free kick out. Referee says there was a foul and Spurs defender. Free kick to Spurs. 30 seconds of normal time to go. And there is a foul there because your man's spitting blood. Yeah, there was an elbow in the face there from Kai Havertz. See how much injury time we'll have to suffer through. Hey Henry, how are you, mate? You're Indian, you don't eat steak. There you go. Again, if you eat fish, you get some wonderful seafood in Ireland as well. I don't eat fish, you see, but my wife does, and you can get some lovely seafood in Ireland as well. Lucas Moura about to come on now. 4 minutes of additional time have been added on by the ref. Throw in taken right hand side by Spurs. Kane flicks it on. Free kick to Chelsea. Oh, I know, mate. I know. I've been having so many thoughts about that game yesterday. If we had just seen it out, I know it's ridiculous, but what can we do? We can't dwell on it. We've got to move on. Here comes Lucas Moura coming on now. He's going to replace Son. Son's coming off for the last 3 minutes of additional time. Carl, talk to you soon, buddy. Yeah, I'm the same, Mark. Other than to try and shore up a game if you're bringing on the defender, maybe they're trying for one last little long ball over the top with Lucas Moura's pace to get in behind. That's all I can think of. As if Chelsea pour forward. This score will do fine, Mary. The Spurs will go top on goal difference. We'll be where we were last week, basically. Right, Lucas Moura's finally on the pitch. Throw in taken. Kurt Zouma knocks that forward. Uh-oh. Oh. Houlden headed the ball, tried to head it back to the keeper, didn't get enough pace on it. Giroud got on the end of it, but couldn't lift it over. Lloris, that was the big chance there. That was the chance for Chelsea to win the game. It fell to Giroud, but he just couldn't get the control on the side foot and couldn't lift it over Lloris. Big chance there. "90 seconds of the additional time to go." You'd imagine there'll probably be another 30 seconds or so because of the substitution for Lucas Moura. Again, if you're Mourinho, a point away at Stamford Bridge, not the worst result. Zouma now. Oh, they've given it away to Lucas Moura. Kurt Zouma now. Will they be punished? Nope. Again, both sides had great opportunities right at the end. This time, Lo Celso shits the bed from the edge of the box. Kurt Zouma passed the ball straight to Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura cut the ball inside then. Lo Celso just got greedy. He had Kane on the inside and he had a runner on the outside. And he tried to have a shot and shit the bed. And Mourinho was not impressed with it. That was a chance to nick the game right there. Spurs with a ball in behind, cleared by Kurt Zouma. Both centre-backs, one at each end, very fortunate there at the end of the game not to have given away the deciding goal. Marine got to the third round of the FA Cup. That is amazing. Congratulations to them. Imagine they got drawn against Liverpool, Mark. That would be unbelievable, wouldn't it? 4 minutes of additional time are up. Now it's up to whatever the referee adds on for that substitution. Nope, doesn't have that on. Ref blows the whistle. It's all over at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Spurs 0. Spurs move back above the Reds on goal difference at the top of the Premier League table. I will see you guys tomorrow for the preview show and a late night agenda. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you head off. Give us a thumbs up as well. Enjoy your Sundays, folks. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, we'll see you soon.